Hi everyone, welcome to another one of my videos, the Ribbon Wreath. I hope you enjoy it. I saw someone else do something similar and I thought I would use this as a tutorial as well. So enjoy. Let's get started. So this is a ring from the Dollar Tree, $1.25, 14 inch. And of course I've got my ribbon from Michael's. Try to get it on sale or else this wreath gets kind of pricey. So I chose about 4 different colors that I like to go together for a Christmas wreath. When you get started, you want to line them up together on top of each other and try to, it's your choice on how you're going to do this. I did the gold, then the checkered, and then the deers, and then the red on top of it. Once you get them all lined up together like that, you're going to start rolling them into one big roll of ribbon. Just keep rolling until you get to the end. And you have one big roll. At the end, of course, not all of them end up at the same length, so you want to cut that to end at the same and just dispose of the rest there. So we're going to start putting it on the ring now. And we're going to go on the second run of the ring. And you're going to start cable tying loops on these. Now, you don't necessarily have to tighten the loops yet. We tighten them all at the end, so just get them all started. I use my hand as a guide for the heights of the ribbon, or the loop I should say, and I just keep going around the entire ring until I'm done. Now, if you want it to be a little bit more fluffier, you're going to make those loops bigger, and you're going to put less loops per section. On this ring, I went 6 loops per section. If you're going to go bigger on a loop, then I would suggest 5 loops per session. Okay, so now we're going to turn it around and we're going to tighten all our cable ties. And once they're all tightened all around, we're going to cut them off. Use a pair of wire snips. They're so much easier than a pair of scissors. We're just going to go all the way around the wreath. And now we're just going to curl up the tail of this and just set it aside, and we're going to flip it around. And what I'm doing is pulling apart these loops. And every loop I pull apart, I do it differently so that it's not always the same loop next to each other. As you can see, it starts to really frame in nicely. And you're just going to do this all the way around, and you can fluff it the way you want. I'm sorry, I didn't realize I was working on the corner of the screen, but I'll push it forward. There we go. And I'm just going to continue going around the entire wreath. Okay, now the wreath is nice just the way it is. You can leave it like this, or you can add more interest to it. So I've decided to add burlap to it as well. And this is burlap that I got at Dollararma, and I believe it's $3 a roll. So we're just going to turn it over, and we're going to start putting some burlap zigzagged in between the last and the first runs. So as you can see, I'm going to tie it first on the last run, and I'm going to loop it, pulling it through the back side. So if you take a closer look how I do this, I'm going to feed it through and then I'm going to cable tie it into a loop. And I'm going to do the same from the outer ring to the inner ring, going back and forth. Now, once you get around the whole wreath, you're going to find that it's a lot tighter in the inner ring than the outer ring. So you might have to do 2 loops on the outer to 1 loop on the inner occasionally, just to balance it out. With all the ribbon there, sometimes it's a little hard to feed the cable tie around to tie it. Now, don't tighten all the cable ties just yet. We're going to do that at the end, so that just in case you want to kind of fluff it up a little bit or make some changes, you can still do that while it's still loose. There's many options that you can do with this type of a wreath. You can, if you wanted to, use deco mesh as well in the back, and I bet you it would be very striking with maybe a red deco mesh, doing the same thing that we're doing with the burlap right now. Here I'm just tightening all the cable ties, and I'm going to snip off the ends as well. Now you can use pipe cleaners to do this project. It probably is not as quick to do because you're twisting and tying. Might be a little cheaper, but I really like using cable ties. Just makes the project a lot faster. Here I'm just taking the ends of the ribbon on the tail, and before that I cut it to a length I wanted, and I'm just dovetailing it with a pair of scissors. And because it's wired ribbon, I can just crinkle the ends up like this, and this is how I'm going to leave the tail hanging down. I do eventually adjust it a little bit just so that it's coming straight out from the bottom of the wreath, and you'll see it when it's completed. Now, this can be complete just like it is, or you can add some more stuff to it. I decided to do some picks. I really like these, I guess they're kind of like a sugar-coated berry pick, and I'm just putting it in very loosely across the center. And then I'm just going to throw in a few poinsettias that I got. Now you can get the flowers at the Dollar Tree, or you can get them at Michael's. So we're nearly finished this wreath, and I hope you really enjoyed this video. I know I don't do as many videos as a lot of people that are doing tutorial videos on here, and I like to try to do more. I do have a full-time job and a family, so if you want to take that moment and subscribe, you'll see the videos that I do upload. If you have any questions or concerns or any kind of suggestions that you want to make, if you want to see me make something that you've seen other people make, let me know in the comments, and I'd be more than happy to attempt projects that I haven't tried before, and I hope to introduce you to some new projects that I come up with. I really appreciate all the comments that everybody has been giving me, and all the thumbs up I've been getting. This is very new to me, and I really do enjoy creating and sharing my ideas with everyone. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great day.